Today is Tuesday, October 27th. For our test corrections that we worked on yesterday, if you did not get those done, please make sure they are turned in to me by Friday, October 30th. Our essential question today is how can forces change an object's movement, shape, or position? Let's get into force and motion. A force is a push or a pull. Magnetism, friction, and gravity are forces that we're going to talk about here in 5th grade. Our forces that we have can be balanced or unbalanced. When you have a balanced force, you have no movement occurring. So if you look at this here, we have 4 people who are playing tug of war. We have 2 people on this side, 2 people on this side, both pulling equal weight, and no movement is occurring. That makes this a balanced force. When we have an unbalanced force, that means movement is occurring. So my example I gave you here is a girl kicking a soccer ball. So there is movement that is happening. This makes it an unbalanced force. So a question to ponder is magnetism is a force. Is magnetic force a push, pull, or both? So let's kind of talk about it before we answer it. So a bar magnet has 2 poles. The unlike poles attract, and they're going to pull together. So our North Pole and South Pole are going to pull together. Okay? If we have 2 like sides, they're going to repel or push apart. So 2 North Poles here are going to repel and push apart. So let's think about it again. Is magnetism a push, pull, or both? It's actually both, because we can make our magnets push and pull. For friction, friction is a force that works against the motion. So if we are on this side over here pushing the box, that's the box's motion moving to the right. But the friction is moving the opposite way and moving to the left. So friction and motion work against each other. Okay, just like I said, they work in the opposite direction of each other. So again, if our box's motion is to the right, the friction is going to be to the left. So I want you to think about when you have rolled something across the floor. When you roll a toy car like this across the floor, it's going to come to a stop at some point because of friction. Okay? And how fast it stops occurs on what type of surface it is on. The smoother the surface, the less friction. So if we look at this, it says which surfaces may cause more friction. What about less friction? So our more friction is going to be ones where there's more obstacles for it to move through, if we're thinking of that toy car, okay? Or it could be a rougher surface. So our more friction is going to be this top layer of sandpaper, carpet, and gravel. Our less friction is going to be down here on the bottom, ice, glass, and tile, because that is a smoother surface. Okay, then think about gravity. When you have gravity, the gravitational force pulls masses towards things that have a much greater mass. So that's why we have gravity that pulls us towards the center of the earth, because the earth's mass is much larger than us. So just like my example here, the smaller mass of the cat is pulled towards the bigger mass, which is the earth. When you think about the solar system, the sun's mass is much larger than all the planets. So that's what keeps our planets in orbit and keeps the gravitational pull towards the sun, because the sun's mass is much larger. We'll get into this more when we talk about space after this unit. Okay, so for our force notes, this is what we should end up having. You can write this out or print it out and put it in your Science Interactive notebook. And then I need you to go on to Schoology and complete the quiz that goes with these notes. There's a couple questions in there. Then you can complete the push or pull scavenger hunt around your house. So what I want you to do is find objects around your house that require a push or a pull to show work being done. This can be inside your house, outside your house, at something across the street, whatever it may be. Go ahead and type those in on Schoology and submit that. Last but not least, on Schoology, these pictures will be listed as a question, and you will choose whether or not it is a push or a pull. Please make sure you have 3 things submitted for today, Tuesday, October 27th. Have a great day.